Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Gifty. You are welcome. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead, take a moment and hit that subscribe button and also ring that bell so anytime we upload a new video, it comes straight to your inbox. I hope that everyone is doing well, and to all our returning subscribers, you are welcome back. So today on Cooking with Gifty, we are making meat pie or hand pies as they call it in some parts of the world, and for our filling we are using minced beef or ground beef. This filling is so flavorful, packed with so many great spices and herbs. If you want to see how I make this, let's go to the kitchen. We'll show you the ingredients and we'll start baking. For the filling, I'm using a cup of grated carrots, half cup of diced onions, tablespoon of scallions, and I'm using the green part for some green action, which will make it nice and pretty. Half a tablespoon of garlic powder, quarter teaspoon of ginger powder, 1 tablespoon of parsley flakes, half a tablespoon of thyme, and a heaping tablespoon of curry powder. I also have a pound and a half of grass-fed ground beef. I'll advise if you can get that instead because it has no added hormones in it, which is better for our health. I have the egg wash. I have 5 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm using the unbleached all-purpose flour. I have 1 nutmeg, which I will grate half of it and add it to the flour for some taste, and also a tablespoon of baking powder. I have the butter here. I have adobo to taste for the filling. If you don't have adobo, you can use salt, and then I have the black pepper. So we'll start off by making our filling and give it some time to rest and cool off. Okay guys, so I'm going to use my handy dandy electric skillet, but you can easily do this on the stove top. I'm going to start off by searing the ground beef. Now by searing it, it will add a lot of flavor and also color to it, and it will retain its moisture. Okay, yeah, that's the sound you want. And I'm not adding any oil, so it's going to release its juices. So once you put it in, just break it up and leave it to sear. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's searing beautifully. Okay, so make sure that your skillet is nice and hot, and that's how you will achieve that beautiful color and taste. Look at the color. That's what you want. That's all flavor. See that? That's flavor. Okay. So we'll let it go until all the red is out, and then we'll move on to the next step. So next I'll go in with the thyme. Thyme and red meat go very well together. The garlic powder, the ginger powder, and also adding the salt to taste or your adobo. Alright, I will go in next to the curry powder and let that go for about a minute or so, and then we'll add in the vegetables. I'll add the carrots and onions in next. Also the black pepper. Smells amazing in here guys. Curry powder makes everything smell incredible. So for the filling, you can use any vegetables that you like. Sometimes I add green peppers if I have, or red bell peppers. So just use whatever you have. You can add in some potatoes. But it looks beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to create a well in here. And I have my roux, which is a tablespoon of flour and about a tablespoon or so of water. And what this is going to do is going to bind everything together, so your filling stays nice and moist. Then you just mix it together. And I'm going to add a little bit more water. And I'm going in with the water. Alright guys, I'm going to add our final additions, which is the parsley flakes and also the green onions. Alright, so here's the filling. Very nice and flavorful. Looking beautiful. So I'm going to turn the heat off and let it rest. I'll put it in a bowl and put it in the fridge so it can cool down quickly. Okay, so as the filling is cooling off, I will proceed and make the dough. I'll grate half of this nutmeg in there, or you can use already grated nutmeg if that's what you have. So I have the nutmeg grated in there, and I also have the baking powder. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this well together. Make sure you mix it very well together. And as I was making the filling, I put the butter in the fridge so it stays nice and cold. Okay. All right. I'll go ahead, make a well in here, and also measure out my butter and put it in there. So I'll go ahead, do this, and then we'll meet up again. All right, yo, so I have the butter in there. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. And I didn't use any salt because the butter already has salt in it. So I'll go ahead and mix it all together until we form a nice ball. And for this dough, I'm not using any water. Okay, so here's the filling. It's nicely cooled off. As you can see, I didn't use any oil whilst I was making the filling, but there's a little bit of excess oil. So one tip, you can use a piece of bread and just pat it all out because you don't want all that oil, you know. So here is the dough. It's nice and cold. Now we're ready to assemble everything together. Now when mixing the dough, you don't want to over mix it, you know, or you're gonna have a tough pastry. So I'll start off by taking some, actually I'm gonna dust my working surface with some flour. Okay, and then you need your rolling pin. Now you see, because everything was the butter was nice and cold, it rolls off very easily. So if you find that when you're rolling it, it doesn't give off easily, then you have to put it in the fridge for a few minutes. I'm gonna use this bowl cover to cut it. You can use anything you have available to cut it, or you can make whatever shape you want. I'll dab a little bit of water to the ends so we can seal it well. I'll add in a tablespoon or so of the filling in here. And then go ahead, seal it off. Then you can use your fork to make a nice pattern. And I dip the fork in the flour so it doesn't stick. So I'll pick it up, put it on here, and I'll show you one more time, and then I'll do the rest. Going in with the filling. Then close it. Go in with the fork. And my oven is also preheated at 375. So next I'll put it back over here, and I'll go ahead and finish it up, and then I'll show you guys in situations that I don't have like a nice finish. I have a pizza cutter here, so I just go ahead and cut that off. You know, you want a beautiful finish. And here's the last one. So what I'm gonna do now is put this in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes so it can get nice and cold. Our oven is heating nice and hot, and once we take it out, we'll put it in the oven. All right guys, so the meat pie is out of the fridge and the oven is nice and hot. So I'll go ahead and put the egg wash on it for that beautiful golden sheen color. So you can make some holes in there to help it cook, and also it doesn't explode in the fridge, in the oven. Or you can just use a scissor and just cut it like so. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven at 375 for about 30 to 45 minutes. You know, everyone's oven is different, but you want the dough to be nicely cooked, and also for it to have a nice golden color. So I'll put it in the oven, and then I'll show you guys once it's done. Okay guys, so here's the meat pie. Here's the first batch. I'm gonna let it cool off on the baking sheet for a little bit, and then we'll transfer it, and we'll look how it is beautiful on the inside. So here's the meat pie, nice and golden brown. So let me break into one and see. Oh, so just look at that, how moist it is. See that? Let's give it a taste. There you have it, family. Here is our meat pie. The filling is so moist and flavorful, and the pastry is just so perfect and flaky. All you need is a nice chilled bottle of malts be pan, and you are in business. You can enjoy this for breakfast, as a snack, or any time of the day. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share with your family and friends. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram as Cooking with Gifty. Thank you so much for supporting my work, and I'll have all the list of ingredients and measurements down below. Until we meet again in the kitchen, stay blessed, out of trouble, and be well. God bless you all. Bye.